Previously on Cowboy Custom.
I'm thinking that dirt bike or that motorcycle engine in the back of this thing, with the way that this is set up here and all this lightweight in the front. I know, I was trying to get in, you know. Here it is. Club car carry-all.
Oh my god. Is that the name for it?
I think so. Transfer the chain power into the differential. So start there. Let's see if we can't free up this rear end. We'll get the bed taken off and electric motor out, and then we'll see what we got, you know? Motor spin's free, so that 48 volt motor is good.
Okay.
But we need this shaft out, so we'll get that out later. That's a super easy fix. Makes me real happy.
This guy always has something, doing something, I don't know. Hey, yo, man, it's early in the morning. What are you doing?
Yo, what's up?
What are you doing? It's early in the morning, bro.
I got a motor.
Oh, snap.
You got something to go with. It's not the 600 that I wanted, but it's something.
Okay.
You know? And it runs. Now it runs. Now that I figured out the electrical problems.
Nice.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay.
Got a motor. I pulled out the differential while you were gone this morning.
I wasn't that gone for that long.
Yeah, well, I don't like to wait. I like to work, so. So we got the differential out.
Okay.
Now that the motor's running, we'll leave that aside. We're gonna get the differential set up for chain drive, make an adapter for it. I'm gonna disassemble the rear. Right now, this has a posi or open differential, so when you spin one side, the free side or the binding side won't move, and the free side will. We don't want that. We want this both to spin full power, both, you know, from the same. So what I'm going to do is take this apart and get inside. We'll weld it up and put it back together, and then build our brackets for it. For the bearing, I'm thinking I'm going to pull this shaft out of here. Get this. I have to disassemble this, pull this out, and see if we can't get all this off of here or cut this off. We'll figure it out. Get it disassembled. First thing we'll do is get the differential welded up. Start there, and then get it going. So I'm going to get this on the bench now that that's done, and now that you're here, and we'll get to work.
What I told you about putting in the work, man.
I like working. You don't have to work. Stay behind the camera. This oil has probably never been changed in its entire life. I guess the good thing is these differentials probably aren't too hard to find. Okay, there's all of our trash, and here's our problem here. That bearing is gone. So that bearing rides here. It's a carrier bearing here for this. So we'll see. Ah, look at that. There's a bearing number on there. So take this here, should be able to take it down to the auto parts store, match one up, or at least look up the numbers on it and figure out the replacement bearing. That's not too bad. So we got this here. Pull this out. There we go. So there's our output shaft. There we go. So look at all our bearings here. They look good, which is great. this one out. There we go. Okay, bearing here feels nice. And the bearing here feels nice, so that's good. We might need to replace this seal. I don't know, it looks pretty good. No tears, spring's still there, so your hand's cleaned up. But in here, this is what we were looking for here. So in here, these are the spider gears. I think they also call them planetary gears. So we'll take those. We're gonna weld these together. And what that is gonna do, we're gonna force these two to spin together. Right now they spin separately, you see that? See how that spins separately? So we're gonna weld them so they stay together, guaranteed. And when this one spins, the whole thing is gonna spin. So let's get some stuff out of our way here. We're definitely gonna have to get this bearing, so keep that in mind here. We'll get all this cleaned out, get the welder out, we'll zip zap, spread some arc, get it tacked up. Well, we're not gonna tack it, we're gonna fully weld it so it never comes apart, especially with this motor.
Whoa.
Oh. Get the brake cleaner out of there!
Dude, Jesus Christ. What was that?
This is a brake cleaner, caught on fire. I'm trying to figure out how to get this off of here, because right now it's not budging. And then we've got to get all this winding and stuff out of here, so just trying to, I guess, see if I can figure out how it comes off of here. Go. Alright, there's our shaft. So we'll measure this diameter here. I believe it should be about 1 inch. If it is, we'll be able to get a 1 inch pillow block and make that a lot easier. Get a chain adapter for the 1 inch, and then we'll get it all mounted back up and bearings and all. So let's go get some parts. We'll come back and we'll see if we can't get this thing put back together.
I smell a lot of brake cleaner. What's going on?
What's up, bud?
What we got here today?
Oh, just cleaning out these differential to get it ready to put back together. I got the bearing over the week. Got it installed on, where's that shaft at? Right here. The one we fought with.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So I got that in and installed, so we'll get these cleaned up. We'll get this gear cleaned up. We'll pack the bearings with some grease. Get the differential cleaned up inside. Work on getting all this nasty oil and metal that was in from the old bearing out of here. And then we'll get it all put back together and start mounting up for our chain shaft here, jack shaft for the chain. So we got a pillow block bearing here and a sprocket adapter, which is going to take some modifying because the dimensions that they gave online absolutely do not match the parts that we have, and it took me a long time to find this one, so we'll make it work for now until I can either get a lathe or get a machinist to make this part for me so we can get something a lot more stout. I'd like this made out of steel instead of aluminum. This is billet aluminum. Strong enough, but I don't trust it still. I'd rather give it something real strong, something that directly adapts to the chain or to the sprocket that we're going to use for this chain, instead of this here and using this as an adapter plate. So either way, we'll figure it out. Let's get to it. Let me finish cleaning these parts up, and then we'll start reassembly of the differential, and then we'll work on our jack shaft.
I didn't know Cowboy Custom was a doctor as well too, man.
Doctor? Heck yeah. Look at my patients. We're doing major surgery here. Grease these bearings up before we put it back together. So that way everything has plenty of lube before it gets up there from the gear oil, because this is all just kind of works in a splashes up into the bearings from all the gears rotating. There's no actual pump that pumps oil into the bearings, so it's always a good idea to just put a little bit of grease. This is called assembly goo. They use it in like transmissions, and it's really good. It'll disintegrate into the oil and just become a part of the oil over time. Anytime I rebuild the differential, I put this in there.
So in other words, you don't want to be a greasy monkey.
Well, yeah. Getting somewhere. It's slow, but it's going. So we're just shy of 2.5 inches. Let's cut a piece of that square tube over there at 2.5. Get some plate welded to it. No, do we need to be longer than that, because that's going to come down. Let's do this. Let me cut a piece that's 4 inches long, and then we'll figure it out from there. I'm not exactly 100% sure how tall we should make this, but we'll get this cleaned up. We'll get some steel cut and set in place. I'll get a plate made for this that we can weld to the top of the tube, and then we'll just make our adjustments from there. Yeah, nice and good. Woo!
Épale!
Got that done. Now we'll figure out our height. Get this mounted on here. Boom. And then we can get our shaft. Just like that. And that'll sit on the axle. Hold it in place. Hoorah! Let's get back to it tomorrow. It's late. Let's clean up. Let's get the hell out of here. Get started fresh in the morning.